So the way video compression works, are you guys familiar with how video compression works and all that? So there's two types of codecs. You can divide up video compression into two ways of compressing it, right? There's intra-frame and inter-frame compression, right? And all that means is one format is every single frame, it compresses that frame, and all the data's there. And it goes to the next frame, compresses it. Next frame, compresses it. So every frame is its own like image. It's just like a string of JPEGs or something, right? That's I think it's intra-frame, yeah. Inter-frame does stuff like this, where it's like, okay, this frame is like this. The next frame, they're basing the compression of the next frame on that previous frame. So it's like, okay, the guy moved like this. So it's like, okay, this part of the arm of this person, we can take that same thing and then move it slightly to sort of save data, right? That way it's a lot more efficient because it's doing like tricks. It's basing how it's compressing on previous frames or frames in the future. Now the problem is when you're editing, you want to be editing on intra-frame, which is like every frame is its own data. It doesn't need to reference other things. If you do like MP4, which is the inter-frame compression format, or H.264, which is what the T2i shoots to, you're editing a format that so it's like one out of every 4 frames is the keyframe. It knows what it is. So you're editing a format. If you put a cut there, like if you're using Final Cut or whatever editing program you're using, it has to be like, okay, what's actually here? Okay, I have to look back 2 frames to see what the data is there. Okay, it's going to look like this. That's where the cut is, right? So that's a lot slower, and that causes like Final Cut to render. Like Adobe Premiere can do it, and the new version of Final Cut should be able to do it, but it's less efficient because it's so much heavier on the processor, because the processor has to always be looking up what is this frame we're on. It's based on the previous frame. It's based on a frame 10 frames back or whatever it is. Right?
So you're saying go LT?
Go to ProRes. So Apple has a how many guys use Macs? How many use PC?